Echo's second episode opens with us in the past. In particular, we witness the Native American tribes playing together in Alabama about 1200 AD. With pictures from episode 1 thrown in for good measure, this goes on far longer than it needs to. Echo episode 2 reconnects Maya with her local friends and family, taking her back to her origins. The narrative of the Choctaw Indians in Alabama about 1200 AD opens episode 2. They are playing a game similar to lacrosse, and because one side is losing, they ask their most athletic player for assistance. A lady on the red team summons the might of her ancestors to win the game and ensure a peaceful future for her people, while the losing team faces permanent banishment. When we finally return to the present, Biscuits is waiting for Maya outside with a ton of food when she wakes up. She gives over a list, but she still wants a few things. Maya leaves Biscuits and goes to the nearby store with a bundle of cash to stop asking inquiries. When Scully shows up, he sells him the equipment. We rejoin Maya in her native town in the present after the credits have rolled. She sends grandfather Scully Show, Graham Greene and Biscuits, Cody lightning shopping at his pawn shop. Biscuits helps Grandpa Scully out with a sale in addition to getting the things for Maya. Even though Maya wants to hide her presence, her grandma Chula, Tantu Cardinal, finds out that she is in the area and goes up against Maya's friend, who turns out to be her uncle Henry, Chask Spencer. Chula and the family talk on the best course of action in light of Maya's homecoming. Chula arrives to speak with Henry. Chula worries because Biscuits is gullible and susceptible to Maya's misdirection. She also doesn't want Bonnie to know that Maya has returned, but Henry persuades her that Maya is only passing through and won't be creating any problems. Maya, however, decides not to do so, and, while a train horn plays in the background, she packs her belongings and boards the train. She jumps over the bridge's edge, landing on the carriages. After several tense moments, she is able to get into the carriage from underneath. After making her way inside and grabbing what she needs, Maya reseals the compartment and exits the train. Her prosthetic leg, nevertheless, gets trapped in the joints that separate the carriages. Rather than just walking away, she summons the superhuman strength of her ancestor and frees herself. She sighs with relief when Biscuits lifts her up. The train's consignment arrives in Fisk's warehouse. Regretfully, it is set up to detonate, and when it does, hundreds of people are probably killed. Henry is not delighted to learn that the container that exploded was D9X. He informs Maya via SMS that they should discuss. Maya, on the other hand, brings Scully her prosthetic limb and asks him for assistance. Biscuits sticks his foot in it and says something about Maya being in town while she's getting her leg healed. As soon as Bonnie learns about this at the firehouse, she sets off to find out more. Henry, meantime, tells Maya that she sounds like Fisk when they speak at her house. Their village is experiencing conflict as a result of her disarray, which will not be beneficial for anybody. Although Maya says she understands what she's doing, is that truly the case? One of Fisk's armories is destroyed when the tampered D9X rail vehicle explodes back in New York. Uncle Henry continues to claim plausible deniability regarding the explosion, although he is aware that Maya was involved. Maya visits Grandpa Scully in the interim to discuss mending her new prosthetic limb. He gives her a new one, but if she stays in the town for a while, he'll give her a third, better leg. Maya discovers an antique Choctaw figurine in the store, and Grandpa Scully tells her where it came from. Grandma's vehicle sustained significant damage in the rail theft, so Biscuits takes it to be mended. When Biscuits answers the phone for Bonnie, Devery Jacobs, he unintentionally tells her that Maya has returned to town. Uncle Henry tries to dissuade her from going to battle with Fisk, but this is the moment when she reveals her scheme to replace him as Kingpin. He makes an effort to tell her that her friends and family would suffer if she goes on in this direction. However, Maya is now completely focused on one thing at this point: power. Even if Echo Episode 2 lacks the technical skill of its predecessor, it nevertheless has some positive themes and a passably interesting action scene. As the season draws to a close, the lead character has a very specific objective in mind. Although a hypothetical redemption storyline appears improbable, nothing in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is absolute.